Let's go.
Don't worry, I'll bring that cat on the show. Just watch.
All right, everybody, we are live.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, am I getting an echo? Let me check. Yeah, is that me? Somebody's echoing.
Is that me?
No, I'm muted, so it ain't on my end.
You ain't got nothing running.
Let me double check here.
Yeah, mine's muted.
I just have chat open.
All right, I think it might have been from when I did that. All right, let's see. All right, did I even pop the chat out? I'm like, my shit is weak
Yeah,
today.
you popped the chat out there.
There we go. All right, yep. I'm just making sure I popped it out on my end so I can see everybody.
Black Cat White Face is here.
Yeah, what's up, Scott? Got Joey out there. Got Philly Vape out there. Gareth Martin. Mophead's in the chat. Barry Hot. Anthony's in the chat. What's going on, everybody? There's Tammy's hanging out in the chat. Truck and Trucker. What's going on? Hopefully you're home and watching us from there. Tammy, I'm going to give you a wrench since you're here.
Wrenching.
That's it.
You can all rub wrenches together.
You want to rub my wrench?
Oh, Jesus. All right, here we go. Am I going to have to pull an Addy and just like hide a little bit out of the way? Jerry Lawrence is here. What's up, Jerry?
As long as you're not
Joey.
letting it rust up on us or anything, Alfredo, it's okay.
Yeah, Joey was here early today. She wanted to make sure she wasn't late.
Because she always ends up coming late.
Yeah,
Always give her
a lot of
crap.
times that's YouTube as well, though. Oh, shit. Mary Beth out of work.
Mother bear!
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Hey, sneak attack.
Yeah, man, I snuck out of work. I'm like, you know what?
Nice.
Everything looks stable.
Yay! I was so upset yesterday when you said you were going to be here.
Yeah. Hey.
That's good because it feels like work if you're not here.
I'm like, oh god. Oh god.
Hey, Mophead, what's going on, man? This is cool. All right, I'm sorry. Carry on.
Well, one thing I wanted to talk about before we really get going here is yesterday we had over here in Greensboro is a new vape shop that opened, and they have here they call it the North Carolina Vapors Coalition, and it's an advocacy group just like a lot of states have. But we have our own lobbyist, and what pissed me off big time yesterday was when our lobbyist got up and spoke to the crowd that if it wasn't for him personally, we would be in a flavor ban right now and not be able to do anything about it because they were sneaking it into the state budget in with teacher raises and firefighter raises. And the budget here is secret. You know about it after it's passed. You don't know who voted for it. You don't know who voted against it. You don't know shit. And if it wasn't for him saying, well, okay, well, you want to put the flavor ban in, now you have to spend money for a full-time tobacco education teacher in every school in the state. And right there, it's a $40,000 a year job, and they can't, schools here can't afford that. So as soon as he started throwing all the add-ons in, it's like, okay, well, maybe we won't have the flavor ban, in with the budget this year.
It sucks, but you got to have those lobbyists, man, because the government works a lot of, behind closed doors. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I met some great people there yesterday. Oh shit! Why am I already forgetting the guy's name? The owner of the place. But he gave me a tour of his. They have an ISO 7 lab in the back. They make Bad Motor Fogger e-liquid company. That's their label. And it was really cool seeing the big jugs of Flavor West and TPA and everything. I'll admit I had a little bit of a chubby seeing that. That was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, right off the Mary Beth, you're muted.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I saw. I was like he leaves the lab looking like he's 6 months pregnant with a couple of gallons underneath.
Yeah. Like, hey, you got that Flavor West butterscotch back there?
I got that butterscotch Ripple because I've been kind of hard up for it.
Yeah, I'd go for a gallon of it, if you got it. But he's gonna hook me up with some e-liquid. I'm gonna do some reviews for him, and
sweet.
I might be able to do it. Like if you go on, let me see if I can find the YouTube link. I'll put it in chat where people can check it out later. Where there's actually an interview with him, where he shows the lab, shows everything they did, all the work they did on the new property and everything. It's really cool the way it's set up. Because he was in the healthcare field as well, and then he was able to get out. He was a data scientist, data science. He did that in healthcare, so he was able to.
I'm brandless today. That's cool. That's my dream. My dream is to get out of healthcare and do something else.
Yeah, and he's been able to do it.
Hey, Subaru, nice to see you, buddy.
Yeah, Kenny B's out there. Kenny B. Subaru.
Black Cat.
Yeah, Scott's out there. What's going on, everybody? I'm hoping Ren finished up by now. I guess that's why some more people start coming over because Ren may be finished up.
And Mike went live too. I don't know if he's still live.
Yeah, well, he's giving away shit. So.
Yeah, well.
Anything about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not at that tier yet. Although, if anybody does want all these flavors that I'm not using, you just raise your hand. I'll happily send them your way. You consider that the best giveaway ever.
Hashtag free shit. I'll take it.
When I started mixing, nobody was doing that shit for me. That's for sure.
No, hell no.
I can't promise that you'd use any of them, but they'll at least make your curious end of mixing. They'll answer that question for you.
Hopefully I get the website right.
Yeah, we did get a door prize last night. They were doing like you threw $5 and you got a raffle ticket, and there goes to advocacy groups, and it was a pistachio ice cream. I'm like, this might be interesting.
Yeah, I like pistachio.
Somebody had the recipe on ELR for that, I think. I think it might be the Juice Fairy.
Yes,
Well,
I think you're
pistachio
right.
ice cream?
I think
so.
Yeah, I think she does one.
So,
Somebody.
I'm putting Nikki's.
what are we talking about today, Frank?
We got some milkshakes going on today, peeps. Yeah, let me make sure I got that right now. Yep.
I love milkshake.
Oh, heck yeah.
I gotta check that out later.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely do that. I got to pull up my ELR so I can pull this recipe up.
Oh yeah, let me show this off. Hold on. I don't know his website, but you might. The wheel.
Oh, Stand Up 3D.
Oh, from Jesse? Oh yeah, I want one. I want a bubble.
The wheel, the Addy holder. It's called Stand Up 3D.
Yep.
And it holds your Addies.
Exactly.
And you can screw them in, and I don't have all mine screwed in. I just set them in there right now, so I can't really turn it sideways, but it's really cool. And I'm realizing I need like a few more. I should have gotten one. They have different styles, like that's bigger and that you can like attach together and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah,
he was having a sale. I think he was having a 20% off sale. This
yeah,
week.
15%.
I don't know if it's still going on or not. If Jesse pops in, he's got a wrench. He could.
Yeah, if you look him up on Instagram, you can see it. He had.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Stand3d.com.
Yep. Thanks, Mark.
And I ordered it. What night was it? Wednesday night or? I don't remember, but I got it on Friday. He boxed it up that night and shipped it the very next morning. And
yeah, he takes care of his people. Yep.
That's pretty good for a one-man show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's pumping. He's cranking them out. I got the one you can like interlock.
Yeah, like add together. Yeah. Now I wish I would have got that because I'm realizing I need to add to it.
Oh, Indy's Best is in the house. Sub Babes. Going on, everybody?
What's up?
All right, let's get down to business, peoples.
Yeah. Well, Mary Beth, one that you shared earlier, and
all right, let me go.
to me, that thing was
let someone else go. I gotta pull my stuff up because I basically ran home, jumped in the shower, and now I'm trying to get situated. So hang on, give me a minute. Let someone else.
Tomorrow I get my Adore e-liquid in. I have never tried it, so I'm excited.
Oh, you're getting it for the first time?
Yeah, for the first time.
Uh-oh, she's popping her Dawn cherry. That could be.
Yes.
They may end your mixing career though, because you're not going to want to do anything else.
No, that's not good.
Joining the Purple Army.
That's
yeah.
Right. The Purple Army.
Is that what the Purple Army is? Is that I've seen people say that.
Yep, this is Purple Army right there.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm excited.
Moose has his recipe up. I'm going to go ahead and share it.
Oh,
Wow, I never thought of a recipe like
Moose, or you
that.
just want me to put it in chat?
It's basically just hands you the recipe. This one. Those flavors all together.
Did you want me to put it in chat, or did you want me to share a screen on it?
Oh,
I would screen share it.
Yeah, screen share it, and I can put it in chat. Okay. Milkshake. Right, it comes with a little song too.
There we go.
Oh,
That's all you get.
Hey Philly, you can check her out on Instagram too, and then just DM her.
Yep.
Yeah, Nikki B, the one who helps us with the live show and everything. She's amazing. Go support Nikki B, Not Your Average Threads. I think her Instagram's just Not Your Average Threads too.
Oh,
You make Black Cat Whiteface look good.
oh heck yeah.
I say.
Cat's eyes are around the nipple area.
That was great.
Oh, Dawn's in chat. See, she heard
Oh,
it.
yeah, Dawn. She heard it. Her ears started ringing. She's like, they're talking about it.
All right, you want me to go first? You want Moose to go? What do you want? What you got?
Moose already has his up, so go ahead.
Moose, go. Go, Moose, go.
We screen shared? I can't screen share, so.
Oh, let's see if I can.
Here, I got it.
Oh, there. Oh, the one time. There it is. The little share screen has never been there before, and now it is.
You
What?
got it?
that is a good recipe because go ahead, you talk about it.
Yeah, you share screen it, Mary Beth, because I'll fuck it up. You won't fuck it up.
Sorry, go ahead, go.
There we go.
Here we go. It's a creme brulee milkshake. I think.
I like
Wayne?
that. The butterscotch and Innoware creme brulee. That's
They're a like match made in heaven.
Oh
right
yeah, that sounds.
It's like I don't know, like the creme brulee is good. But it's just like that layer of burnt sugar on the top. So the butterscotch really I don't know, syrups it up a bit. It makes it real dark and rich and thicker a little bit too on your palate. Because Flavor's butterscotch is probably one of the stronger butterscotches I've had out there. It's definitely stronger than Flavor Arts. But Wayne came across the Perilium Nilla wafer with milk stuff, and I was like, whatever. It's one of those kind of niche flavors that it could be good or not good. So I picked it up and tried it at 5% with a bunch of things before, and I was like, this is not that bad. The only thing I do have a complaint with most of Perilium's flavors, except their condensed milk, they all have this kind of dried malted note going on in their flavors that are kind of weird. But this works for a milkshake. You kind of want that a little bit. So you have obviously the creme brulee and the butterscotch. That's the creme brulee and the little ripple of caramel swirl, or whatever the hell you want to call that stuff. I can't say that when I order one of those things, I do get all that crazy with it. It's, if you just have some a really thick milkshake and you put some creme brulee on it, I'm pretty happy. So, and then the milkshake end obviously is just the vanilla wafer milk. You could probably just get away with that just by itself, and some sweetener, to be honest. But
I think I saw Perilium actually has a milkshake base or something.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I haven't ordered from them in a long time, and I don't hate me, guys. I'm sorry. You can.
No, I'm not a real big.
Oh, no, I'm talking to Perilium. They can hate me all they want. I mean, I can't see myself going out of my way to order too much of their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just because Nick River, clear across the country, and their shipping has gone way downhill.
Yeah, it's always been awful for me.
That's the issue. Same for me too.
Yeah.
So,
Aside from their shipping issues, it's just like their flavors. It's like,
yeah,
do I really need them?
They've got a couple of winners in there, but the vast majority are kind of one shot, high percentages. Not really.
Yeah. Like once this Perillium Nilla wafer with milk bottle is empty, I don't know if I'll, unless like I get like 3 customers that want it like all the time. I only got like 1 or 2 that get it every now and then. But that's the only way that I would keep buying something is it's got to have.
How come you added like the vanilla swirl?
I like it. It's just it has this properties of like the vanilla custard and everything, just without the deep eggy crap that I don't like.
So you
custard.
use it for more vanilla and kind of bringing all the flavors together. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
and also some like it's got this texture to it, like it's got like that particle kind of texture, like if like kind of like if frosting dried a little bit and you threw it in milk. Like it's got that, I don't know, graininess to it almost. It's got a little bit of something. And then the vanilla pudding in there is just to have that like last thickening kind of note in the back there. It's just awesome. So, and that's
cool.
a little simple.
I really like this. Like I would mix this up and vape this because this is like in my wheelhouse. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's super simple. It's something that I like to, because I have that creme brulee cookie dough custard recipe.
Yep.
And I always go back, hey baby, how you doing? So this is what you guys keep hearing.
Oh, she's little too.
Little kitty, yeah. It's from a friend that's getting rid of a bunch of them.
She wouldn't even go well with a fried rice.
Not of age yet.
Frank, really? You had to go there, dude?
Of course.
Yeah, we're watching it for a little while another friend comes and picks it up.
And so butterscotch, as far as like the butterscotch goes, how did you choose Flavora like over FA?
Because with like all what's going on in this recipe, I like to kind of use Flavor Arts butterscotch for like ice creams that lack the body, like of a little bit more darkness to them and stuff, because that's what Flavor Arts butterscotch kind of does for me.
Yeah. Yep,
and it's also like, it's definitely like Flavor Arts caramel and TPA caramel originals like best friend. It boosts those caramel notes. That's what I kind of like to use that one for straight up butterscotch, like that bottle that they take and they swirl it over your ice cream and stuff. That is 1-to-1 flavor of butterscotch to me.
That's good to know. That's really good to know. I've never used it, so I was curious because I'd probably end up using like butterscotch triple, but I don't know if it would stand up in here. Like I don't know if it'd be enough butterscotch.
I think it would cloy. Like you would taste the butterscotch ripple more. You'd taste the butterscotch ripple and the creme brulee more than anything else. You wouldn't get. I feel like you would lose the milkshake a bit. It would just turn into ice cream.
Yeah.
Because that Flavor West butterscotch ripple has that ice cream note kind of going on in it.
Yeah, it does have completely.
Yeah.
It leans more towards an ice cream than anything else you want to pair it with. But
yeah.
You can move it. The thing what I like about it is you can move it either way. You can move it into like a candy. You can move it into like a true ice cream. It kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of nice for that. It's got a lot of bending properties. While we're still on this, I'm working on it. I'll probably share it at the end of the show, just in the chat. But taking out what is it? Oh, if you take out the creme brulee and the butterscotch, and then replace it with green tea and TPA's whipped cream, you pretty much have that
those like matcha green tea
frappes.
I love those.
I'm like still fine tuning it, but I'm trying to keep it like as simple as this one is, so that all you have to do is just mix around a couple flavors and obviously get either Flavora's green tea, which I have a feeling is a better match for this thing, but I only have Flavor Express's green tea right now, so I'm gonna try that first and see where it goes.
But that could really make a nice milkshake base if that Nilla wafer with milk and the vanilla pudding and vanilla swirl.
Yeah,
that
that's
could
the
be a solid base right there.
yeah, that's the milkshake winner base right there for me at least.
Yeah.
The old school one is like using what the hell is it? Like TPA vanilla swirl, obviously, like at a higher percentage, and then you throw like TPA's whipped cream at it and stuff, and that gives you like milkshake kind of a little bit.
Okay, all right. So who do we got next? Good
But I
job.
was really glad to see you use vanilla wafers with milk, beryllium, because I almost used that in a recipe for a milkshake because of the malted aspect that it gives. That was a really good choice for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I picked it up, I was like, oh, this tastes good, but I was like, no, the fuck do I do with it? So,
right, but that's a perfect use for that. It really is.
When you mix it up and like when you mix it and you taste it for the first time, that's the kind of the first thing that hits you is like, oh, here's that like thick malted milk that's not like dairy milk, it's not like cereal milk, it's not all those other brighter kind of milks that we're used to. It's its own animal kind of, so it's really nice.
Nice. Well, Tammy, you already put yours in the chat here. If you want to share yours, and you know what, I got so far off on a tangent when we first started on the show. This is your first time on our show.
Oh my gosh!
Welcome. I'm going to welcome you, and tell the 27 people watching right now. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them you don't have to tell your vape story. Just your background and how you got mixed in and everything.
Okay, well, I'm Tammy, and wow, I started mixing, I don't know, 2016. And basically because I saw the regulations coming forward and I knew that things were going to be changing for how I was going to be able to buy my juice and the nicotine I wanted in it, or I could see it coming. Well, everybody was talking about August, whatever that day was.
August 8th, yep.
Yeah, August 8th. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen. But I want to be able to do this myself. So that's when I started researching and trying to learn everything I could. And then when I figured out all it was to the components of the juice, I was like, wait just a minute, I can do this myself. And so then I started searching ELR, I started searching YouTube, I started searching everywhere I could. And oh my gosh, I went crazy.
Nice.
So basically, here I am.
Yeah, because the recipes that you put out that you make public, so many of them are just like, I can just tell her, you knock them out of the park. They're excellent.
Well, with me, I look at it like whenever I do a really good recipe, it's kind of like I don't want to compare myself to Picasso, but it's like one of those things, like I can't just sit and do it every day. Like I can sit and come up with something basic, but to do a great recipe, like I have to have this inspiration and it hits me and I just can do it. But then just to sit and come up with something out of the blue, I have to really be inspired. And so to me, it's like an art to be able to do a good recipe for me.
It is. It's definitely.
But you also have to know your flavors and know, kind of what works and doesn't work. It just doesn't happen. But for me, it's almost like art, like cooking for some people.
Mm-hmm.
I like to relate it to cooking, but art, music, and puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
You're like when you buy juice at the store and you really like it, you get that one thing and it kind of becomes your white whale, like you're chasing it down, you're trying to pick it apart. You got to think about it in a way that how they made the recipe, they were the puzzle maker, and now you're trying to figure out where all those pieces fit in the right way.
Exactly.
All these flavor concentrates, like, yeah, there's a bunch of them out there that suck. They're just no good. Absolute trash. Don't waste your time with them. But there's other ones that you got to listen to yourself over other people. Like, just because a couple of people say it's bad doesn't mean that you won't find a use for it, and or like they haven't figured out its use yet. You know,
Right.
Like ID10T. He's probably the perfect example of that. He takes all these weird flavors that we would fucking probably never touch with a 10-foot pole, and he's like, "Here's this great recipe with it, guys." But
Yeah.
I mixed that too.
Yeah, like longing is a great example of that.
Yeah.
Like, I would never think to use cherry. What was it, cherry blossom or honey?
Honeysuckle.
Yeah, honeysuckle and stuff. Like, I had those when I first started mixing, just because we were curious, and I was like, "What?
Right.
This is a perfume in a bottle. I don't want that."
Yeah.
Right. But like yesterday, I was watching Fresh 03. And there they are. There's ID10T, and there's all these great mixers, and they're sitting there with these weird concentrates, and they're mixing them together. Like, I can't even think of the names of them. Like elderflower, and
elderberries and stuff.
Like, I wouldn't even
Kanako soy.
start mixing stuff with it.
You gotta do that though too, because like. You know, how many strawberry cheesecakes, custards and stuff, like, we get it. You gotta branch out a little bit, and that when you do that, like, it sets your palate apart from tasting the same things all the time.
Right, exactly. So that was kind of inspiring yesterday, watching them and how they are just like going out on the deep end on a limb and just pulling crap, and they're like, okay. Cinnamon, black pepper, and something else, and I forgot. I'm like, oh my god, are you crazy?
That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah.
But you're seeing like, oh well, I put a little bit too much of this, and they can taste it and they know, and I'm like, that's cool that they're doing that, and so it's like that's neat. So that's a little bit about me, just kind of weird out there, typical. We're all kind of a little weird.
I think what you just said, like, my recipe that I just shared is a good example of tasting things and knowing it's there. That's a good topic to kind of touch on. Like, flavorless butterscotch, when you taste that, you'll fucking know it's there.
Yeah.
And you know it's in its right place when you stay below 0.5 with, because if you go higher, it's wow. You better be ready for some butterscotch.
Well, that's the thing with like Flavor West butterscotch. You can run that up 5-6%, and it's not going to do it. It's not going to overwhelm anything because it's such a weak flavor. It's a good flavor. It's just not one that's going to beat up the rest of the flavors in the mix.
All right, Tam. So walk us through your mix. Can you share?
Okay, yeah. Oh, let me pull it up. I have it. Hold on. Let me go to share screen, and then let me find where I had it. Okay, let me go back down. Sorry, I'm walking everybody through it. Through my craziness. Where is it? I just had it up. Oh no, that's okay, but it's over here. Birthday cake milkshake. Okay, let me hit share screen again. Okay.
I'm so glad I didn't do that.
I know. I'm thinking now. I'm glad I didn't do the one I was going to do too. So.
Yeah, I have a cake batter milkshake, but it's pretty much like my cake batter pudding. It's the same.
So I was saying that can you guys see that now?
No, there it
goes.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay, good. The milkshake base was inspired by. But can you see the whole thing? You can't see the recipe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, good. I don't know if you see my whole, like, I have it scrunched up.
We can see the mix. Go ahead. Go walk through it, Tammy.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so the birthday cake, basically, okay, let me start over. The milkshake base, I stole, inspired by Fresh 03.
You gave him credit in your
Yes,
notes.
I did. I gave him credit. But then I feel bad because I didn't give Ella Robinson credit for inspiring me for birthday cake, because she has a recipe on ELR for birthday cake ice cream. And that is why I bought birthday cake Flavor West. And I was like, I need to go back and put that in there. So anyway, I got that a lot from her. But it's different. It's not like this, but it's similar because she uses, but anyway, let me go through this. So just like Fresh 03, he uses Liquid Barn. Let me move my mouse. Liquid Barn ice cream, which everybody loves. And I use that. And I have a recipe for fried ice cream that I use the same thing. And I use the Hankson ice cream, French ice cream, or French vanilla ice cream. Yeah, or it's vanilla ice cream. Where is it? French vanilla ice cream. Okay, my eyes are not focusing here. And then also that's the ice cream base. And then that adds that nice rich ice cream base for the milkshake, and then to thin it out for the milkshake, the creamy milky undertone. And this is his exact formula that he uses. And it just works. So I'm like, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to borrow it because everybody should know it. So,
yeah, take the best and use it. It's out there. That's the point. People share things so that it gets used and improved upon. I mean, that's the point.
Exactly.
That's where I feel mixing relates to cooking the most. I mean, you see recipes for Italian cooking, but they're not doing, like, they do things a little different here and there, but like it's all pretty much the same ingredient. Right. Like you'd be an idiot not to do it.
I mean, I feel like, okay, I'm stealing, but I'm not, because at the same time, I use the same combination in a couple of my recipes where I use the Liquid Barn and the Hankson ice cream. So I'm like, well, I still do that, but his whole percentages and the milky undertone with to make that milkshake base is like, it just works. And then I like from another recipe that I had made of Ella Robinson, who is from VHM, Vaping Home Mixers. I got the birthday cake concentrate, and that stuff on its own, to make a birthday cake vape, I wouldn't really recommend it. It would be better to build one straight up. But that in this mix works really well because you have the cake consistency and a frosting, and it's got like a bit of that sprinkle in it, like a waxy kind of taste, like a store-bought white cake or yellow cake with frosting kind of aspect to it. So to kind of add to the sweetness to that milkshake and the cake, I added some juicy strawberry and some Flavor Art sweetener because I thought it needed some sweetness.
So Tammy, quick question on the French vanilla ice cream. Is that an eggy ice cream or?
Yes, it's more of an eggy ice cream.
Yeah, so just a little bit of it kind of boosts the body a little bit. Yeah.
Because with the Liquid Barn, it's not very.
No, not at all.
Right. So that really boosts the body. Exactly. So that's what that is.
While we're on it too, if anyone wants the difference, because there's two Hankson ice creams, the French vanilla and their regular. The French vanilla is eggier and buttery.
Yeah. Buttery, yeah.
The ice cream one is just like heavy on the butter. It's like more of a butter.
Yeah.
Churned ice cream.
Yep.
And that's the difference between the two.
So it's similar to Liquid Barn's vanilla ice cream. So if you were to use both of them, you're basically
like Liquid Barn's has that kind of that same dirty acetylpropanol taste that TFA's has. Like that their butter. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone. It's got that like very dirty richness to it. I don't get that from the Hankson ones. It's very clean tasting, but thick and very buttery. So that's good to know for people that are wondering the difference.
It's on the front page of all the flavors there, Tammy. So well done. People caught
Is
it.
it really? I haven't even.
People found you, Tammy. Good job.
Okay, thank you very much.
You made it.
You may just,
All right.
just go ahead and stop screen sharing, Tammy.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that's right. Okay, let me go back. Okay, stop share.
That's why I let Mary Beth screen share my recipes.
Yeah,
I'll just break
share.
this thing.
There we go. Okay, it should be going back to normal in a second.
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
YouTube will fire us if I do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and go get mine.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Oh, Mary Beth.
Which one, the vanilla minty?
Yeah, did I pop it in here? I did. Okay.
It's in the chat. Yeah.
There we go. All right, screen share. Okay, all right. So I made this a little while ago, but I didn't have time this weekend to make something new, even though I wanted to. So much like Tammy did, I did Liquid Barn ice cream with creamy milky undertones, and to kind of get that milkshake base.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike Tammy, I used marshmallow to kind of give it a little more volume because I felt that it needed that. So I just used the marshmallow vanilla because I also wanted to do some more of the vanilla in there as well. I wanted this in-your-face kind of vanilla. And I really like their vanilla mint. It says mint, but it's really a spearmint, I mean, in truth.
Oh, wow.
And which was a nice twist, and it was a nice change. And so it's just a simple kind of sweet vanilla milkshake. I mean, that's pretty much it. Not incredibly thick, more on the milky side, which is kind of what I was after, and pretty simple. That's
Nice.
There's not a whole lot to say about it. But I love OOO's vanilla marshmallow.
Oh yeah, that is.
It is so good.
Great one. Yep.
It's just like it's so versatile for if you're looking for a vanilla note and you want to add body to a mix, like volume, like you're like this is kind of weak in the middle. Like you got a nice punch in the front, you might get something on the end, then you kind of hit the middle of the vape and you're like it went flat. This is where the flavor is kind of linear and will kind of be throughout the mix. At least that's kind of been my experience and why I kind of like it and why I wanted to use it here in particular, to kind of carry that middle weight.
How's the mint? How's that mint? Is it pungent type mint or is it very mellow?
The vanilla mint from Liquid Barn, Mark?
Yeah.
It's a spearmint and it's present. It is definitely you can't get rid of it. You can't really mix over it.
That's fine. That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Kind of like when you plant it in your garden. You just...
Exactly. If you're looking for that, it will stand up to the creams, which was nice. And it held in there, and it's a nice experiment. I enjoyed it. It does fade a tad bit, so that's why I went to 5%. But yeah, it's a good mint.
Mary Beth.
Yeah.
Do you see? I have it. I'm smelling it. It's a very nice smelling mint.
Yeah.
Do you see this working well in a pod system?
That's a great thought. I think so. My only thing is that because it does fade. So I'm trying to see what % you'd start out with, and I'd be tempted to almost go to 7%.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, pods. I'm telling you, the problem is I haven't vaped it at a low wattage. This is the thing that people need to think about. Like you're using low temperatures, and flavors vaporize at a particular temperature. So that's why some people are like, well, I like my bakeries at higher wattage. Well, probably because they need to be vaporized at a higher temperature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So fruits, I suspect, are probably vaporized at a lower temperature and do better in lower wattage systems. That's why I like menthols and mints. So I don't know. I'd have to try it in a mouth to lung at a low wattage.
Right.
See what you get. But I suspect it would be good. I think most mints and menthols seem to do really well in low wattage systems.
Also depends on the percentages of flavors too. Like sometimes when you got a recipe with a bunch of subtleties in them and you vape them at a high wattage, you just you burn all those little subtleties right up, and you don't
Yep.
even taste them.
Completely.
Lower
Yeah, it makes
wattage, you'll see what's going. You kind of see what all that stuff's doing. That's why a lot of those jewel pod recipes and all that stuff, they're like 1, 2, 3 flavors. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
rant up, and boom, that's all you get. They find a good watermelon and they roll with it.
Yep. Exactly.
Because you figure they're only running 8-10 watts. One of those things, they're not running hot, and they're probably running 50-50, 60, 60-40.
Yep.
Some stuff like that.
Yep. All right. So who else has got to go here? We got a couple more people.
I'll go, and then Mark, if you have something you want to share. I know Muppet didn't come up with one because wasn't sure if he was going to be here, but you may have something. All right. Okay. What am I doing here? I am off my game today. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go. Share. All right, you know how basically they say there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, so here's a wrong way to make a milkshake.
You went overboard on flavoring, Frank.
Nah, not really. It's like 10 flavors, so This, you clean the cabinet out, you throw it in, you throw some VG in, you call it a day.
It's only 19%. Give them a break.
I don't know what it is lately. I've been on this kick where my percentages have been getting high again. It's almost like my crutch, and I got to bring it back down.
No, there's no right or wrong. It just depends on the
there's not.
There's no right or wrong, man.
It's with layering. Like you see how you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things at 2%.
Yeah.
It's hard to separate those. Like whipped cream is one of those things that like it's there, and the creamy milky undertones and stuff, and the Bavarian cream, that's all good, but the Australian chocolate and the marshmallow vanilla, both at 2%, can kind of attack each other. Like they hit a wall.
Yeah, and lava cake can do that too.
Yeah.
The lava cake in this is overpowering right now. Yep. It's like it's being the bully in the mix. Even with the 0.5% of acetylpyrazine, the peanut butter still isn't coming out yet.
Yeah. When I'm working with a lot of things like this, because I won't go above 9 flavors at a time. Yeah. But I will out of those 9, I will only let 3 be at the same percentages. Yeah.
Well, that's just something. That's something I need to learn. I guess I fall in this trap, I guess, where I said, oh yeah, well, this looks good, just throw it all in. Then I'm like, okay, well, I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and next thing I realize, I got
it's easy to do that too.
We're all run the same percentage, and
it's easy to do that. I mean, like with me, like Bavarian cream, meringue, they're pretty much always in my recipes, so they're just kind of safe flavors for me and stuff. So you kind of always like, oh, I gotta have it in my recipe. So then that's taking up a slot, and then you got this other thing that you always use, and that's taking up a slot. Yeah. And then you're like, oh well, I still gotta make the rest of this profile here, and I haven't even done that yet because I've got 4 flavors that I would like using all the time.
Yep, totally.
So that's easy to do.
Yeah, after I put this one at a 14-day steep just to see, because the chocolates and everything, they have alcohol in them. You can taste it, and even after a week, you still taste them. So I figure it's going to take a couple weeks for everything to steep out right in this one.
Do you think you need the lava cake in that, Frank?
That's the first time using the Australian chocolate, and I wasn't
weren't sure it was going to do.
Yeah, if it would hold up by itself.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to try this again and take out the lava cake.
I imagine, with the peanut butter and the acetylpyrazine already in there, that you got enough dark to boost the chocolate going on. Or at least play with it.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know about I love vanilla marshmallow, so I'm one of those people that loves to stick it in everything too. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I'd leave it or just drop it or take it out. I'm trying to think if you have enough volume with the Bavarian cream and the whipped cream to kind of carry that,
Yeah. I'd say one or the other.
Yeah.
Either whatever one is easier for you to get.
I could even swap out the whipped cream for the vanilla whipped cream as well.
That's what I was gonna say. Just drop both of them and use Capella vanilla whipped cream.
Yeah, I could do that.
It's better than both of them too.
I guess because I hadn't used marshmallow vanilla in a while, I'm like, oh, here's an opportunity to use it. So yeah, that's basically, it's tasting okay. That's why I'm not even gonna make it public, because it needs work.
All right.
Yeah, I'll pull this down.
Long way shake. I love the name. It's awesome. The name is great. All right, and we'll let Mark pop up here.
Here, Sean wants to share this for me, please.
Sure. Are you going to put it in the chat?
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. I gotcha.
It's pretty
So
simple.
while he's doing that, Moose, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the milkshake bases to build on, and whoever else too. But so one of the things you see are kind of pre-made milkshake bases that are coming out now. So like Vape Train has one. I think TFA has a malted milk. Are those worth looking into, do you think? Like for someone that's
kind of what I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I don't have a recipe, but I kind of wanted to talk about the Vape Train milkshake base, because I've only single flavor tested it. I haven't really tried mixing with it yet, but it's pretty good. It's got like a decent amount of body, and it's got that malt note that, like, when when Moose was showing his recipe, I'm glad he kind of took attention to that. Yeah. Because when I decided like milkshakes, I was thinking like, okay, well, there's like ice creams and there's milkshakes. So like what kind of things can you do to like kind of make them different, Yeah. And so with that Vape Train milkshake base, it lacks like a lot of sweetness and a lot of other things you'd want, but it has that malt note and it has a decent amount of body. So like that, if you put that into something like pretty low percentage, and then maybe like some Liquid Barn vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Exactly, not bad.
And then I think on top of that, you want to add something that has a little bit of texture, whether it just be like a little acetylpyrazine or Capella sugar cookie works really well, like 2%. To add just enough texture to kind of get that like milkshake feel.
Yep.
But yeah, I really wish all my stuff's in boxes. I really wish I could have done a recipe.
So then it sounds to me like it would be worth buying, because you could take a milk, an ice cream, and the VT and kind of really get a good base going for a milkshake.
Yeah, but you're definitely gonna want to put some kind of like really sweet ice cream or something.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do, right? I mean,
exactly. But who doesn't have like 20 ice cream fucking flavorings?
Right. It's the malted note that I struggle with. I can sometimes get it from meringue. I can sometimes do that, I think.
Meringue's a way to do it.
Using it like under 1% with a milk is another way to kind of get a malted note. And then there's TPA.
Malted milk.
Yeah. Now, how is that? Has anyone tried that? Because I've not tried that.
Fucking weird. So it's like, I don't know, if someone took fucking a gallon of milk and spilled it on the counter and let it dry and then scraped it off with a razor blade and then put all those scrapings into a jar.
Oh.
You and ID10 are going to have to like battle it out for descriptors. I want to put you in a room and give you a nasty flavor, let you go at it. It would
my favorite one still is TPA's honey. It's the cat piss on ferret shavings, man. That's 1-to-1. They nailed it.
That's for the weed right there.
Oh god.
But TPA malted milk's okay. You got to stay super low with it, and don't think that it's the answer to malted milk. It's not.
So basically, it's not a good recommendation, because now we have better things that people could probably build around.
Yeah, you can get around that thing. But it's nice to have, because you can bend it a little bit, or not bend it a little bit, but you at that 0.5 or 0.25 that you're going to use it in a recipe. And like, say you're just starting out and you've just bought from TPA, you could get away with like their strawberry ripe, the TPA malted milk at a low percentage. And I think, what is it, cheesecake graham crust and sweet cream or Bavarian cream, and that makes a milkshake, because the grains from the cheesecake graham crust
give it volume.
Yeah, and it just like for some reason, the strawberry and cheesecake graham crust, they just play really great together in a recipe. But we were talking before, like using acetylpyrazine for grain or something.
Yeah, I
Right.
used it to bring up the peanut
Frank
to help
used
with the
it,
peanut
yeah.
butter.
Something that I stumbled upon when I first got Flavora flavors is Flavora's cupcake batter at 0.5% is a great little milkshake additive.
Huh.
It's got a little bit of grain to it, like melted grain. If that makes any sense. It's like whatever cake batter they're talking about that's in there. It
tastes like cookie dough to me.
Yeah, I
yeah, and
wonder,
it tastes melted. Like
could
Yeah.
you use
I know what you're talking about, that graininess, because that's why I think that's one of the reasons I thought it tasted like cookie dough, because it has like that kind of texture of cookie dough.
so, and then the properties of the concentrate, like what it does to a recipe, it sinks flavors down a little bit. Like it brings, like, say if you got a bunch, like say that creme brulee and like the butterscotch and stuff, if you really want them to sit in the back of a recipe rather than in like the front or throughout it, that cupcake batter helps it fucking just sink right to like the bottom of your cup of a milkshake.
Nice.
And it's got a little
Let's
bit
let
of
Mark
a
go ahead and
maple
talk about
note
his
going
recipe
on to it.
here, since we're running up against the clock
Wow.
here.
Oh yeah, Mark talk about his thing. Sorry.
Everyone uses the cream milk undertone. That's just basic creams. I use the Italian cream. That Italian cream is my first time using it in a recipe, and it mutes. Well, no, it doesn't really mute. It tones down that lava cake a lot. So you're getting more of a creamy chocolate from the lava cake, which is really amazing.
I've said it before, and it puts that mascarpone front right on your recipe. Like it just puts a wall of mascarpone right, like bam, there you go, you got it.
Love it.
Unbelievable. The mulberry soft bananas, it's there. It's not extremely present. It's in the back note, which is where I wanted it. Vanilla bean ice cream, that's a given. And then the vanilla milkshake from One on One is just, I just threw it in there. I was at first time using it as well, so I wasn't 100% sure. Sweet coconut is your very, very, very back note, and unbelievable. Sweet coconut goes really good with bananas and chocolate anyway. So
yeah, that was a nice ad. Mark.
Yeah, because you think the coconut helps give the lava cake a little bit of a backup to fight the Italian cream.
Unbelievable. It's really good. I don't like lava cake at all. This turned out really damn good. It's the first recipe I've created with lava cake that I actually will continuously make.
Huh, interesting. It's interesting because a lot of you, in making your milkshake recipes, added sort of a bakery to it for a kind of a thickening texture to it, which is kind of interesting.
I have the Australian chocolate. I have mulberry glamour chocolate. I have chocolate Deutsch. I have quite a few other chocolates. I wanted something that it's a type of punch you in the face type, but would have all the creams settle it down. Yeah. The other ones will completely fade away. This one won't fade away.
Yep. No. Lava cake will be in there. You'll know it's there. That's for dang sure. What'd you think of the vanilla milkshake, Mark?
It's not bad. It's really potent vanilla. Very potent vanilla.
Do you get any maltiness from it, do you think?
The chocolate's overbearing everything, so I don't really get
to
it.
Tell.
I just wanted it there because it's an actual milkshake base.
Yeah.
And then have everything play off of there. If I was to create it without the vanilla milkshake, like how you were saying, I would have used the meringue. I also would have used the vanilla bourbon, because that will give you that malty that you're looking.
Huh? Oh, that's true. Alcohol might give that to you, a malted milk.
If I wanted even more, I'd probably go a toasted marshmallow.
That's interesting. All right, cool.
Put that down.
But I will continuously vape this. This is a recipe I'll continuously vape. It's really good. It really, really is good.
Cool. Mop, you've got anything you want to pop up? Did you find any of yours that you want to?
Maybe just real quick. Yeah, we got a couple minutes, so I'll just share this real quick. Okay. So this is my s'mores recipe. So obviously it's not a milkshake, but I was just looking through it and I'm like, but you could turn this into a milkshake pretty easily.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
it wouldn't be too hard. Like I'd probably take out the FA marshmallow.
Yep.
Maybe even take out the toasted marshmallow, leave the vanilla whipped cream, and then add, like we were talking about, like maybe like the Vape Train milkshake base, and then some liquid bar and vanilla ice cream or some kind of ice cream. And I think you could pretty easily like turn this into a s'mores milkshake.
Oh, that'd be yummy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good.
That's interesting. I was looking at a bunch of recipes you could easily turn into a milkshake if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why like milkshake's just such a versatile kind of subject.
Once you kind of figure out what your bases are,
I have that.
malted note.
I was gonna try that.
Yeah, that looks really good. I like it.
I just got it.
Now I got to get that damn milkshake base. Dang it.
Yeah, I figured I just placed an order today and didn't get it.
But I found for me that Vape Train milkshake base. I played with it yesterday. I have like 4 bottles here.
What did you think?
5% is about all I can take of that malt.
0.25?
For me personally,
Wow.
that's what I prefer.
That's what Joey was saying too. Joey's like, she can't use it above 0.5%. Wow.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
I didn't.
Milkshake base.
For Vape Train?
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't really played with it too much. I just single flavor tested it, and I can see its uses. But yeah, it's not like a dead on. Like you can't just rely on it too much. But to add that little, to me, it's like to take something away from being an ice cream to turning it into a milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I kind of see it.
Yeah, as an additive.
When I went too high, I just got way too much malty.
Yeah, like I say, it doesn't have much sweetness. It's the malt. Like it's the malt from a milkshake.
Hey, do you think you could use that to make like a chocolate malt ball? You know, like the chocolate.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you would have to get a little creative, but yeah, I think you could do that.
Like you get some of that VT honeycomb and you get a chocolate and you get some of that malt and a little toffee. Oh, I bet you that would be banging.
You would need the toffee to harden up the malt.
Not necessarily.
Vape Train has
Zippy.
burnt toffee. But it's more of a burnt toffee. No, it's burnt toffee. No.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work.
I bet you could work. I bet I'm gonna have to work on that. I like that idea. Cool, man. All right.
What I want to try for my green tea lattes is that milk froth that they got.
Oh yeah, but that's got a
Froth.
coffee back note to it. Is that what you want?
Oh, it does? It's got a coffee thing going on in
I
it?
think so. I think it's got like a little bit of a coffee back note, if I'm not mistaken.
Why can't they just make
It does.
thick, evaporated freaking frothed milk? God damn it, just leave it alone.
There's no fresh Vape Train.
Oh, yeah, there's that
Of
one.
course, as the show's ending, we've got a couple people popping in. Hey, Zippy, Chili, Robert, thanks for joining us. Core Vape joined us. Thanks for popping in. We're sorry.
Yeah, it's probably them notifications again. Yeah.
Yep, every time, never
YouTube
fails.
does it every week. There's usually about a dozen people that get notification right when we're wrapping up.
There's a couple of recipes up in the chat. You want to check them out? That's kind of what we talked about today.
I
golly.
should take all these recipes and put them in the description as well. This way people can come back and watch. If people watching the replay, you can just pop in from there. Zippy's at work.
I think cotton affects your flavor. Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, that's why there's a lot of different types of cotton out there, is because there's some that will actually affect flavor more than others.
There's a lot that take a long time to break in. So when you're working on a recipe and you do a fresh cotton and you go to vape it and you're like, what the fuck is this? Just give it some time.
30 minutes or something.
Just keep vaping on it. You'll get through it.
Yeah, Robert's saying he never got the notification. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't getting them. It's just a...
What do you say? Look at it. Moose, there's some love in Moose's heart.
Oh, he's not the hard ass he plays off the bit. All right, gang, let's go around the rooms. This way everyone can go over and check out Mixed Life. They got their 60th episode today. That's awesome. Then
Wow.
tonight you got the
This big ass beard makes me look hard or something because I'm out in the I'm out gardening and vaping fucking blueberry yogurt and shit. Fuck.
With granola.
Yeah. Diet.
Well, Tammy, since you're a rookie today, you go first. Tell everyone where they can find you and anything you want to pimp out there.
You can find me anywhere. I'm on ELR. I'm on all the flavors as Tam Vapes, and I hang out with you guys. Where are you guys?
In Vape Shack and DIY Down Under, and
Yeah, I'm in the Vape Shack a lot lately. I just joined that, so if you don't know what that is, go to thevapeshack.org. I just joined like last week, and it is so cool. You can go in and Zoom with people, and I met DJ LSB Vapes.
Yeah, he's in there.
oh yeah, Daniel,
Totally cool. And I had to go. And Mary Beth, I bought a 250C DNA vape this morning because of you and him.
Don't blame it on me, man.
It's all your fault, Mary. It's all you.
Don't blame your spending habits on that. I'm kidding. I hope you
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it. I hope you do.
yeah. I
Cool.
saw his video. I'm like, oh my God, because he just came back from Evolve, and I'm like, I gotta have it. I
Yeah.
gotta have it. That's all there is.
I love mine. So
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm just around. Everybody knows. If you can't find me, just ask somebody. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything to pimp out.
That's cool. Now, Fredo, you were extra quiet today. It seemed like.
because we kept talking, he didn't have a chance.
Yeah. I tried to get a word in edgewise and got cut down quickly.
Well, the floor is yours, brother.
You can find me at vapeshack.org. I like to give a couple of shout outs to Dory Liquid. Football Army all the way. Also, thanks for having me on, Frank.
Oh, thanks for coming.
I'm glad.
He finally gets to say something, and before he just robots out. Oh,
I said that ain't good because he's pushing the stream right now because my internet was all wonky today.
Sorry, Alfredo. All right, so I'm Mary Beth. You can find me as MechModRN on all the flavors and on Instagram and on ELR. I do hang out on. Oh, look at the puppy! I do hang out on vapeshack.org. So if you're not a member over there, check them out. They're a nice group looking for people to talk about vaping and whatever else you're fancy. You can do it there. Another place to check out is DIY Down Under. They have a Facebook group and a webpage. Lots of good content and information, podcasts, and that are worth listening to. She's been highlighting different mixers from around the community. You know, some well known, some that are great mixers, but just are not as well known. So
and you're a star.
Yeah, and yeah. So that's it for me. Mophead, take it.
I'm Mophead. I have a YouTube channel called Mixin with Mophead, and then come join our Facebook group, ESMR DIY E-Juice. Should be a link in the description.
Yep.
And then I'm on ELR and all the flavors. It's just Mophead. And I'm on Instagram, Mixin_with_Mophead. And I'm here on Sundays.
Yay!
And a Vape Shack. I go on there every once in a while.
Yeah. Senor, go, buddy.
I am on virtually every Zoom room that's possible.
Yes, he is. I don't know how he does it.
I go on Vape Shack. I go Daniel's. I go wherever people are. Talk about recipes. I could probably clear out a lot of Zoom rooms as soon as I start DIY because a lot of people do not like DIY, and I love it. I am on Instagram, Mark_Senior_DIY. I am all over Facebook. If you'll see me, I'm everywhere. I love it. I just love it. It's fun. It's a hobby. Well, it's taken over my life. It's not a hobby anymore.
Yeah, I was kind of told that today myself. So
My wife looked at me. She says, No more flavors. We have enough to last us a year.
Only a year? Oh shit! You need more.
I looked at her and
You
said,
never know when
"Yeah,
the flavor apocalypse is coming, especially up there in Canada."
I just ran out of flavors, so I need to order.
All right, Moose, what you got, buddy? Anything you want to pimp out, brother?
Shit. No, I don't. But I am Moose. I say some things about flavors and do Moose things for money. But you can catch me in the shack. Not so much these days. I'm sorry that I've been MIA, but the garden has my complete attention.
There you go.
I do. So
I gotta see some pictures of that garden, Moose.
yeah, they'll be up soon. I'm kicking myself in the antlers because I didn't do like before and after pictures. So I was like, oh man, this one really would have turned out well. But you get the gist of it, so it'll be fun. But you can find me on ELR as Odd Drop and on ATF as Liquid Antlers. And I post recipes from time to time. So, and they're sometimes good and sometimes not.
Oh.
They're mediocre.
Thanks everybody for coming.
That's not true.
Thanks the panel, the chat. Thanks everybody for being here. You can find me, ELR ATF is Daytime Frank, Instagram Daytime Frank. Find me right here. Find me in the shack. Find me out on the road. We FDA gave us another month. It's probably because they can't get their shit together and get all the comments processed. Remember, not all the comments that are being placed are pro vaping. So make sure you get your story told.
That's right.
Yeah, the FDA can't handle the truth. That's right. Moose, your state is turned into a shit show. San Francisco on steroids because now you got the whole state you got to worry about. Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of people are probably going to lose their jobs. There's going to be a lot of small businesses that are going to be closing. And it's really unfortunate. And don't think because you DIY that you're immune, because you're not.
More money, more problems, baby.
Exactly.
But that's what's kind of going to happen. I mean, all the shops close down and all those customers are going to start hunting down DIYers.
Oh, absolutely.
I already got a few knocking on my door.
All right, guys. Go out there, do what you can for this community this week. Make sure if you haven't already done the comment period, get it done. I mean, come on, it takes 2 minutes. For as quick as it takes you to post something up on Instagram or hand check something, help this guy out. Help Ducky and help John Carlo. They're in New York. Not quite sure what they're going to be able to do. I'm assuming they can still ship out of state, but in state they're going to have issues. Go check out Adore Liquid. Another one. Let me see if I can get the lighting to work right. Caramel apple crisp, of course, from concentrate. Yeah. And that's why I've been running this like crazy since I've gotten it.
You can pick up one shots, which are a great deal in my opinion. And you can make the door one shots, and they're awesome.
Exactly. So fill your carts with Purple Hearts. Go check out Liquid. Check out Coil Vapes. If you go into a shop and they do not do anything for advocacy, turn around, and walk out.
Yep.
Tell them to do.
Well, they need to do it. Yeah, you need to
tell them to do something for advocacy and then walk out.
Yeah, exactly.
Drop the mic and walk the fuck out.
Like here in North Carolina, they have the North Carolina Vapors Council, and every shop that's a participating shop has that logo either in the shop, on the door, or something. If you're in North Carolina and you don't see that logo, don't even bother. Don't even. Like I said, like Moose said, go in there. Find out why they aren't, and then say, all right, we'll have a go on.
Hey, deuces. Peace out.
Yep. To my daughter's boyfriend that I found likes to watch my show. Buddy. You better be right. You better do things right. Enjoy the beach.
Enjoy the beach. Bring a towel.
He's got friends, dude. He's got friends. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta bring a towel.
I'll figure it out. I'll make my way over there.
There we go. All right, everybody. Till next week.
I got a shovel.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye.